Hi everybody, this is Joe Contreras. Welcome back to the Alive at Work Leadership video blog, otherwise known as a vlog. You know, we've been talking about change, we've been talking about mindset. What I want to do this week is I want to talk to you about the number one obstacle getting in the way of your ability to change. It happens to be the same concept or idea, same obstacle that I have seen destroy leader after leader after leader. And I've been working with folks for about 20 years, and this seems to be the number one obstacle getting in the way of leaders, getting in the way of most people, and definitely preventing folks from changing. So what's the concept? What's the idea? Well, it's your ego. We've all heard of Einstein's theory of relativity and the equation that E equals mc squared. I want to talk to you a little bit about the equation of ego and what I think ego consists of. I think the equation would be known as E equals RC squared. So ego equals RC squared. The first component, the R, is our need, our desire, innate, inborn desire to be right. When we have to be right, more than likely we have to make those around us wrong. And for some reason, people feel the need to voice their opinion and talk about their principles, their beliefs, their ideas as being the one and only, that is the way, the right way to go. And it speaks to our inability as people to hold a bigger concept. Meaning in the process or the thought, the concept of duality, everything has to be right or wrong. Everything has to be good or bad. Everything is in the left pile or the right pile, the Democratic pile or the Republican pile. And the whole concept of being right means we have to put everything in one or the other piles, when in reality, the truth, I think, that's closer to reality is the fact that, yes, some things are good and some things are bad. That there's concepts and ideas on the left and the right that are good. And maybe concepts on the left and the right that are not so good. So it's our inability to hold the bigger space. Richard Rohr, who's a priest that has really been impacting my life a lot, talks about non-dualistic thinking and the ability to hold the left and the right side. And he says that that is where a great deal of wisdom comes in our ability to not have to force one side or the other to be right, that there's truth in both sides. That's the concept of right. So the first question I have to ask you is, are you willing to let go of your need to be right? The second part of the equation, C squared, is really about our need for control. And the reason I believe that that is squared because I believe, especially now in these uncertain, crazy times, we're all searching for, we're all seeking to find some sense of control because the world and the business world seems out of control. The truth is, we really only control ourselves and our thoughts. We project our rightness, we project our ideas, we project our values on other people and then want to make them wrong or bad. That's about control. And control comes from our need for safety and security. And especially when times are uncertain like they are and have been, we seek even more to control and much less to be controlled, which is why so many people push back on curfews and so many people push back on wearing masks. So when we look at ego and we look at these two concepts, the need to be right, the desire to be right, and our need to be in control, that's what is a big part of our ego and its forming. The question is, can you let go of what you don't control, because it's all an illusion, and can you own what you do control, which is your thoughts? That, to me, is the key to changing your mindset. People don't like change, and ego is the number one thing that gets in the way of our ability to change. The question you have to ask yourself, which two questions. One, are you willing to let go of your need to be right, step back and hold the bigger picture, the bigger concept, both sides of the equation, without making one good and one bad? And the second part of the equation is, can you come to the reality that the only thing you truly do control is your thoughts and yourself? So are you willing to stop trying to control the rest of the world? Lot to think about this week. Until next time, thanks for listening and have an extraordinary week.